Empire. I give you Chapter 2. Somnambulist-Seduction. What the? Are you kidding me? All Might turned away from the screen, shivering more than a leaf in the winter. No, oh no, not young Midoriya. 1. Cementos gave a confused look towards the symbol of peace. Is something the matter, All Might? No, not at all. I am just so excited that young Midoriya was able to receive an offer at last. Thank goodness for him. But of all people, it had to be that person specifically. Well, I am certain the boy will be happy to know he's been offered an internship. I will send this to Aizawa for him to display the full listing of his class offers. Actually, hold that thought. All Might raised a hand up to his chin, organizing his thoughts before putting them into the blender. Cementos waited patiently for the experienced hero to finish up whatever was going on in his mind before he made another move. Don't send that to Aizawa. I'll tell young Midoriya personally. Oh. Are you certain that is the right move? Yes. The blonde hero tore a small strip of paper from a nearby sheet and began writing down the details of Midoriya's offer. I've worked with this hero in the past, so I know what he's capable of. Let's just say they can be a complicated oddball during the worst of times. I doubt young Midoriya would know anything about them, so I can fill him on any blanks. I see. Very well then. I'll leave it to you with the responsibility. Thank you. Trust me when I say this is the right move. We all know how apathetic Aizawa can be with something exciting such as this. Agreed. Cementos rose from his seat at his cubicle, making for the door alongside All Might. I wish he can at least be a bit more energetic, but the day that happens I feel like the world will probably have flipped. You and I both. All Might pushed down on the door handle leading into the faculty room for his colleague to step through. Both teachers stepped out into the halls to begin their days of droning education, necessary for the students to grow into future pro-heroes. The sound of the formerly occupied workroom was completely mute. So mute even a pin drop from all the way across the hall can be heard. It was peaceful. Aside from the possibility of unseen ghosts floating about and phasing through the solid objects. Sunlight poured the windows of the room, emanating a pleasant glow. There was almost nothing in the world that can disturb the tranquility of the room. Minus 2. Slam. Go go Midnight Rangers. 9. Why are you pushing me along? Ectoplasm asked. From behind, with two hands placed firmly onto his back, was Midnight, forcefully pushing the math teacher along for the ride. I must get ready for my class beginning soon. Come on. This is way more important than a boring time making up the material for class. I suppose. She pushed Ectoplasm to his seat and plopped him down onto the chair. Immediately he began typing away at the keyboard to begin his search. Come in. Midnight muttered rapidly. She had her tongue sticking between her lips in a diagonal angle, constantly taking looks at the clock attached to the wall behind her. Time was of the essence. But this was of the more important essence. Ectoplasm entered the page for the first year offers and scrolled towards the very bottom where his name had been previously. Once the scroll option was no longer and the rock bottom of the list is seen, his name, on the other hand, wasn't seen. Looks like he got an offer. Damn it. Midnight swung at the air in front of her with Ectoplasm ducking right underneath the blow. He actually got one. And, you're upset? No. No, not at all. I'm actually happy for him. It's just, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't get one. So I can take him in for myself. But I guess not. Midnight sadly walked over to her desk, plopping down slowly and tragically. She sighed, with her body becoming limp. Oh well. That makes me sound selfish, so I shouldn't be saying anything like that. Still. Would have been nice to have somebody as an intern of my own. Ectoplasm leaned in his chair to her. What draws you so much to him? The real question is, what doesn't draw you to him? He's so strange it's actually interesting to see somebody like that even exist. He's polite, well-mannered, respectful. And on the opposite side of that he's awkward, shy, and makes double guesses about his own decisions. Somebody like that normally wouldn't even consider to becoming a pro-hero. Yet here he is right, breaking down the walls around him to show the world what he can do. I mean, he entered the entrance exam listed that he was quirkless. Quirkless. Somebody going into one of the toughest entrance exams a school can offer, as quirkless. That alone should raise an eyebrow on the head of anybody with a working brain. And his quirk just deciding to up and manifest during a crucial moment was so amazing. He risked it all just to save Araraka, the girl in the same class as him. He didn't have any combat points because he didn't fight any of the robots. But the rescue points were what mattered most in the end. And you can't tell me what he did at the sports festival wasn't something amazing on its own either. Midoriya pushed his own classmate into using the side of his quirk he didn't use at all before that moment of the day. Also, the smile. The smile on his face, when he finally made Todoroki into using his flames, looked as if he had just accomplished one of his biggest dreams. All of this. This was all done by that same awkward, shy and double-guessing boy. He did this. Nobody else. Midnight leaned her head back into the headrest of the chair, staring up into the ceiling with an aching heart. It's people like him that make you wonder just how great they can be in the future. He's what we need once All Might fully retires. 2. Ectoplasm listened to the words of his colleague quietly. Midnight's words were not only truthful, but emotional as well. She believed every word that came out of her mouth, all the way until the last syllable. These are not words that were said just to kill time or fill the void of any legitimate reasoning. They were passionate, sincere in every manner possible. The whole idea of teachers unable to take up interns from their own school was quite baffling for him. In all reality, if a student had a quirk that is strikingly similar to their own teachers, then wouldn't it be best to have those two paired up for maximum efficiency? It doesn't seem right that a student with the ability to fly is sent to a hero who had the ability to phase through solid objects. The training regimen would be based off of common knowledge and not street-smart knowledge, even running the risk of not gaining anything at all during that internship. Midnight took a final glance at the clock located on the wall above and exhaling a saddened breath. No point in sulking around here, I guess. Sorry for bringing you along, Ectoplasm. I'll make it up to you some other day. See you around. She hobbled over to the door, pushed down on the handle, and stepped out into the hall, leaving the mathematics teacher by himself. Once again, everything was quiet. Ectoplasm's breathing was nearly silent in itself, so again the main volume of the room was mute. Feelings of pity were not something he can say he was accustomed to. But seeing the downtrodden sight of Midnight about not being able to have Midoriya as her intern did pull at something inside of him. She looked so excited yesterday about the idea of tutoring lessons, a blinding smile illuminating the room. Unfortunately, that smile was not present at this time. He didn't know if there was anything more to Midnight's reasoning for wanting to train Midoriya, nor did he think it would be important to learn. But what he did know is how to be a hero. Being a hero, step 1.